talk more about this with Stephen Leshabane, who is the United National Transport Union president. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. If you could just confirm to our viewers, has the strike actually gotten underway by your members, and how many of those members have down tools? I think you've muted yourself, Mr. Leshabane. If you could just unmute yourself and just share with us if the strike is officially underway, and also how many of your members are participating in the strike.
Okay, apologies for that. Yes, indeed, the strike has started. It started after midnight, and majority of our members, I don't have the actual numbers, but the strike has affected. It's effective in all the areas where Transnet is operating, from Messina to Cape Town to Durban and all the other ports and other depots of Transnet.
Now, Transnet says that the strike that is currently underway is illegal. What is your position on their standing there? I mean, we have seen images and videos of police clashing with protesters in Richards Bay today. Were those your members?
Okay, let's start with the first one, issue of the legality of the strike. Their argument, when we asked them about why they are saying the strike is illegal, the argument was based on three issues. The first issue is that Transnet is saying we should have been guided by the Labour Relations Act, Section 64, subsection 1D, which states that if the state is the employer, we must give 7 days. And our argument is that Transnet is not the state. Transnet is a company on its own. Yes, it is owned by the state, but it is a company on its own. And therefore, Section 64, subsection 1, we have to serve the employer with 48 hours notice before we could commence with the strike, and that is what we did. We gave them a 48 hours notice. We were not aware that Transnet has become a state. We all know what the state is, and we all know the meaning of a state. Secondly, yes, we've had that there were issues in Richards Bay, and there were people that were allegedly arrested. They had clashes in time, confirm, nor deny whether those were our employees. I haven't received full information about that. We must always remember that during this protest, there are those who will take advantage of the protest. There will be those criminal elements who will take advantage of the protest and get involved. And in some situations, you'll find that the policemen also become overexcited and provoke the protesters. And when the protesters retaliates or does something, then they arrest because they've got the right of the powers to arrest. So we don't know up to so far what really transpired there and if those people are indeed our members.
The line is very bad, but before I let you go, I have to ask you, what will it take for you to permanently suspend the strike? What is it that you want from Transnet in terms of a wage offer?
Okay, we were asking for a mere above inflation wage increase. That is all that we're requesting. And we're requesting an increase on the medical aid allowance, given the fact that last year we didn't get any increase on the medical aid allowance, yet the medical aids are going up every year, but we didn't get anything. So this year we wanted them to give us a reasonable increase on that. Also on the housing allowance, you'll have noted that the interest rate went up twice already this year, meaning the repayments of those loans has gone up twice. We're asking for Transnet to improve on our housing allowance. And also we're asking Transnet to include a no retrenchment clause, which we don't think is a difficult or thing to do. By the way, we are only left with 5 months to the end of the financial year. It shouldn't be something that is impossible to implement to say they cannot retrench, because job security is one of the priorities.
Yeah. No, thank you very much. A very important conversation, and I'm hoping we get to continue it over the coming days. Mr. Stephen Leshabane is the United National Transport Union President, joining us there to share what it is they want from Transnet so that they can end the strike. Here's a look at